Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to the Introduction to Python course.
Good afternoon, sir.
So, as come to the history of Python, which is invented in the country Netherlands in the early 90s by a scientist called Guido van Rossum. The main feature, the first feature of Python is which is open source from the beginning itself. The main client for the Python is Google. Google is using Python from the day beginning itself. Of course, YouTube, Yahoo, and NASA. Python is increasingly popular language. Very simple syntax. Programs are clear and easy to read. And as I mentioned you, the comparison between the different languages like C, C++, Java, and Python, I mentioned about what is the expressive nature of the Python. Python is an expressive language, which means if you write a single line of code in Python, will give you more information as compared to the other languages. That is called expressive nature of the Python. Do you heard about the languages called Pascal, Fortran, and COBOL? Pascal is a language which is purely used for the scientific applications. Fortran is a language which is used to evaluate the mathematical expressions which are very complicated. And COBOL is a language used for some business applications. Of course, the languages like C, C++, and Java, those languages are also having some specific purpose, but not exclusively used for a single purpose, but having some purpose. But come to Python, which is a first general purpose language. If you want to do scientific applications, you can do. If you want to evaluate the complicated mathematical expressions, you can do. If you want to do artificial intelligence code, you can do with Python. You want to do machine learning, deep learning, all the features that are inculcated in the C, C++, and Java can be done with the Python. So Python, we can call it as a general purpose language. Of course, it is a high level programming language and object oriented and procedural. Both features it may have, which is a portable. Python is a portable language. And moreover, the unique feature is a dynamic declaration. That means in the middle of the program also you can declare any variable. This feature cannot be having with any other languages. And the auto typecasting and automatic garbage collection. These are the general features of Python. Of course, I have mentioned you by separating, by comparing the C, C++, Java, and Python. At that time, I have given all these features. We should not mention the data type of the variable. Data type of the variable is need not to be mentioned. Python is both structural and function programming. structural or function programming, and at the same time object oriented programming. Whenever the particular objects are not in use, they will be automatically freeze. And Python supports GUI at the same time command user interface also. Graphic user interface and command user interface both. Yeah. Come to data types. The very important word sentence we need to register in your mind, that every data type in Python is one class. Every data type in Python is one class. Please remember. Now come to numeric data type. First type of data types are numeric data type. Friends, do you are with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now come to first category called numeric data types. First numeric data type is integer, which is called int. Friends, you must know that there are two versions of the Python. Python 2 and Python 3. Now we are using Python 3. Python 3 we are using. See, int and long int. What are these two? Long is not existed in Python 3, which is deprecated. Only integer is existing. And integer in C language supports from which number to the which number. That is, what is the range that is supported by C language for integer data type? Can anyone say?
3 to 767.
Yes, plus or minus, right? But
Yes, sir.
in the case of Python, there is no that type of range. Unlimited length will be supported by a Python. Python 3x, that means in Python 3, integer data type only exists. The long data type will not exist. In the case of Python 2, integer and long both are existed. Integer is working like C language integer, and long integer is also like working like C language long integer. In the case of Python 2. In the case of Python 2, friends, remember, in the case of Python 2, there is an integer and a long integer. Integer is equivalent to integer in C language, and long integer also equivalent to long integer in C language for the case of Python 2. When you come to the Python 3, long is removed. Long is deprecated. Only integer is exist, that too unlimited length. That's why I am saying Python can be used for the scientific applications also, since it is having a unlimited length, since it is supporting a unlimited length for integers. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Come to
Yes,
C
sir.
language, we have two kinds. One is a float and one is for double. Both are used for decimal representations. Of course, double is a superset of float. I think float supports up to some extent. Double supports more than that. Double data type supports more than float. This is all in the case of C programming. But in the case of Python programming, float is equivalent to how the double will do in C. That's it. There is no float and double, both data types in the case of Python. Python having only a float data type, which will efficiently works equivalent to the double in C language. Now, there is another data type called complex data type. I think you know there are two types of numbers. One is real number, another one is complex number. With complex number having real part and imaginary part. To analyze the complex numbers like 5 plus 4i, where I is square root of -1. I think you have learned in your basic maths course. That is to support the complex numbers. Complex numbers can be, there is a data type called complex, of course, which does not having, we found in any other languages supported by Python under numeric data type. So friends, come to conclusion, let us leave about Python 2 because we are already in Python 3 version. Numeric data types are 4 numeric data types. One is for integer, which supports unlimited. Next, there is no long, so remove it. So next is float. Float will do the job of double, equivalent to the double in C programming. And complex. So integer, float and complex are the data types belongs to numerical type. Friends, I told you one sentence previously. What is that sentence? Can anyone remember?
In Python, data types are all in one class.
No. Every data type in Python is one class. So, integer, that means it is one class. Float means one class. Complex means one class. Remember it. Okay? Now, come to second data type called sequences. Now, first data type under sequences is a string, str. This is one string. It supports up to 256 characters in Python 2. Whereas in Python 3, it supports up up to 65,536. So in case of Python 2, it is called ASCII. So that's why it is called ASCII. In case of Python 3, it is called Unicode. So forget about Python 2. Python 3 is supporting Unicode up to 65,536 for a string data type. String represents a sequence of characters. Now, this is for string, sequence of characters. So second one is byte. Byte is a sequence of integers. String is a sequence of characters. Byte is a sequence of integers, which supports from 0 to 255. Byte array also used for sequence of integers only. These two are used for sequence of integers. First one, string, sequence of characters. Second one is bytes. Bytes is for sequence of integers. Byte array is also a sequence of integers only. These two both are for sequence of integers. Sir, why you are using two? I will explain. Next. I will try to make. Yeah. Next one. What is a list? What is a tuple? List and tuple both are used for sequence of mixture of characters and integers. For example, VRSEC IT2. So this is a mixture of characters and numbers called list. Tuple also same. Different types of objects. You can combine two types of objects. So, friends, don't confuse. String is for exclusively for characters. Sequence of characters. String is for exclusively for sequence of characters. Bytes and byte array both are sequence of integers, exclusively for sequence of integers. Two data types are there. One is byte, another one is byte array. Last two are supports different types of data types. That is mixture of integers and characters. Both list and tuple. Both list and tuple are supports mixture of integer and characters. Right? I think you are looking into some different words in a red color, isn't it? What are those words?
Mutable and immutable.
Yes, mutable and immutable. So STR means a string which is used for sequence of characters, that is keep aside. Bytes is for sequence of integers. Byte array is also for sequence of integers, but bytes is immutable. Byte array is immutable. Come to list and tuple. List supports the combination of characters and integers. Tuple also supports the combination of characters and integers. Tuple also supports. But list is immutable. Tuple is immutable. Sir, what is the difference between mutable and immutable? Now, come with me to discuss. As the name said, mutable objects can be changed after it is created, and immutable objects cannot be changed. The data types called list, sets, dictionary, all these are mutable. The data types called numbers, strings, tuples, and frozen sets, all these are called immutable.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, they sent request to join meet, sir.
Fine. Two types are mutable and immutable. Right?
Sir,
Yes.
list is mutable, sir.
Yeah, I will explain.
Ah,
See,
next slide లో లిస్ట్ అనేది ఇమ్యూటబుల్ అని రాశారు సార్.
oh, yeah. Every data type in Python, we called it as a one class. Class generally consists of data and member functions. So, suppose if you consider any one class which is having some class name, data, and functions. Here, for which class the functions are existed, for which class the functions are existed, or for which data type the functions are existed, are called mutable. That means, suppose if you consider byte array, you consider a byte array and so byte array is a data type. At the same time, every data type is a class, I told you. So this byte array will definitely have some methods. Method 1, method 2. Likewise, this byte array is a data type. At the same time, this byte array is a class also. Every data type is a class, I told you. This byte array is definitely have some methods, predefined methods. Method 1, I will explain you all those methods later. But as of now, this byte array is a class and a data type also, and which is having methods. On these methods, we can change the values. But in the case of byte, if you consider a byte, methods are not existed. Byte is a data type. Byte is a class also, because every data type is a class in Python. So byte is a class also, but of course methods are not there. Declared as a class, but methods we did not take it. So byte does not have any methods like method 1 or method 2. So based on any methods, we cannot change the values of after creation of the byte. So byte is immutable. Byte array is mutable. Mutable means you can change these values. After creation of the byte array, we can change the values inside it using the objects and methods. Suppose any object you have created, obj1 dot method 1 we can call, obj1 dot method 2 we can call, which is belongs to byte array. But in the case of byte, there is no methods exist, so which cannot be changed. So byte is immutable and byte array is mutable. Similarly, come to list and tuple. List and tuple. So tuple, if you consider tuple, which is mutable. Tuple is mutable. Come to list, immutable. List does not having any methods, so we cannot change the values. So this is about the basic definitions of different data types. Come to other data types. Third and fourth. First type of data types are numeric data types. Second type of data types are sequences. In sequences, we have strings, bytes, byte array, list, and tuple. Now come to third and fourth. Already we mentioned about list and tuple. Now dictionary and set. Dictionary and set are also works like list and tuple only. We can have a difference here. What is a list? What is a set? What is a tuple? What is a dictionary? Dictionary and set we will use curly brackets. Tuple we will use round brackets. Square brackets are used for the list. List allows duplicates. Tuple also allows duplicates. Dictionary does not allow duplicates. Set also does not allow duplicates. List and tuple are ordered. That means if they follow some sequence. Dictionary and set are unordered. This is a key difference between all the four data types. List, tuple, set, and a dictionary. I will show you with the example programs. You don't worry. As of now, you must know how the Python is powerful, having different types of data types in it. How Python is more powerful. Having the features which are drawbacks we found in other languages, those can be rectified in Python, and the features are added. Consequently, all the features are added so that the Python become more powerful language.